Hey Gemini, and thank you so much for watching. This is your weekly reading. Welcome to my channel, Green Lion Goddess. This is a general read based on using the mythic tarot cards based on the Greek myths. So let's get straight into it. My hair can get out of the way. What can we get for Gemini this week? What energy's around for you guys? Okay, let's cut the cards and get straight into it. Whoa, okay. It feels like there's some big energies because there's been a few major arcanas coming in, and you guys have just got two major arcanas in the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely I get that there is power in terms of the Emperor is Zeus. He's the king of the gods. He's got the world in one hand, he's got the lightning bolts in the other of inspiration, he's got the eagle of wisdom, he sits on his throne, he's about the father. As a father figure, he's a masculine, he's the leader, he's the king, he's about your own personal power. And it can also be about relationship with your father as well. So it's bringing in about relationships with strong masculine energy, and that energy can actually be with a other person or it can be within yourself, but this person and energy is very, very powerful. Now, the fact that we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in as well, this is changing immediately. The first thing I got when I pulled these two cards out is there's a power shift happening between you and someone else. The Wheel of Fortune is things are changing. The wheel is moving, and I feel like the balance of power, because the Emperor is always about power. Now, the balance of power is shifting. Now, this could be a boss, it could be a father, it could be a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a male, okay? It's masculine energy, but it could be a female with very strong masculine energy. So, but whatever it is, there's the power balance that is shifting for you guys this week, Gemini. And that's what these two cards are saying. Now, it feels like a major thing because it feels like it's a power balance that has been there for a very long time. So this is you kind of rising. Now, this can also be reversed, but I just feel like you're the ones rising in power. So I feel like it could just be your relationships with other people because your power is, internal power is rising up. It's just shifting. I feel like there's going to be power shifts for you guys this week. And here we have the Page of Cups. Okay, this is Narcissus. This is a story of a beautiful young boy. He'd never seen himself before, and he ventured down to a very clear spring one day and saw his own reflection and fell in love with it. He thought, what a beautiful person. So the Narcissus card is very much about being able to look at your own reflection and liking what you're seeing. It's about self-love. It's about self-respect. But I'm just really drawn to his face looking at his reflection. I keep getting looking at your own reflection, being able to look at who you really are. So let's move on because I think that will be revealed, and I think it's related to your own personal power and this power shift that's happening. So however this other person has been making you feel, in terms of someone's been holding power over you, or there's been cases in your life where you haven't felt, or dynamics, whether it's family dynamics, where you felt kind of, it's that subtle thing where you kind of have been below in the pecking order, in the hierarchy. There's something is kind of, you felt lesser than in the pecking order. This Page of Cups is kind of calling you to look at your own self in a new light, to be able to see your own internal strengths, to be able to see yourself clearly, not through that established pecking order that may have been established through society, through a family, through some sort of external structure. This is saying, look inside and see what you see. See yourself not through that power structure, but through your own eyes, outside of that. So kind of remove yourself from how you think other people perceive you and look internally at yourself. And here we have the Hanged Man. So there's this sense of suspension is all I got, was the word I got with this. Is it almost like a suspension of reality? So it'll be like to a suspend. I feel like the reality between the structure of how that sort of very 3D structure, a social hierarchy, and what you see are going to be two very different things, and it'll kind of put you in a very different space, is what I'm getting, and it'll kind of feel a little bit suspended. So you're going to be seeing two very different things, and it will just put you in a very different space. It has the opportunity to do that anyway. And so here we have Apollo coming in. He's the god of light and healing, and he's basically giving you a choice. He's showing you an opportunity. The swords, upright swords, represent thoughts. It's the element of air representing your thoughts. And he's saying there's a couple of ways you can kind of go think about this. You've got a few options. And the fact that whenever Apollo comes in, he always brings healing and clear messages. So he will probably give you a very clear message as to how to think about this and how to move forward, because I feel like there'll be this sense of, oh, what I see is very different. There'll be this disconnect between this, what other people have kind of said your place in society is and what you think you should be. And Apollo's coming in going, well, this is how you can be thinking about it. Okay, and this is going to be for your greater good and your higher good. So there's opportunity for clarity of thought, but there's a choice, because it's kind of like saying you can go to believing the old way, you can go to believing the new way, you can go to believing a very delusional way, you can believe the truth. There's a whole heap of different options, and you will be given the right path. I can't tell you which one is the right one because I'm not being given that information. I'm just being given that with Apollo coming in, that information will come to you and you will know the right way to start thinking and seeing things clearly. But it feels like it's a decision to be made. And so, okay, the Ten of Pentacles. So I've kind of always got all along, this is like a family dynamics. It's something that's been taught to you as a child, like your place in the family pecking order, and it kind of, you bring that with you into your life. So wherever you kind of get taught that you should be within that order. And so it's kind of questioning that. That's what this whole thing is. But there's this sense of coming back to harmony with it. The Ten of Pentacles is like creating your own lineage, your own family line. So it might be starting a whole new family, but it's about what do you want to create in the world. When you look back at your life, the Ten of Pentacles is about, long-term achievement, about success and achievement, what you've made of your life. This is Daedalus. He's retired. He's built this wealth. He's got this lovely family around him. He's happy. And so it's kind of like saying, I just got this, so I'm going to say it, screw that. Screw what other people think. What do you want to make? Who do you want to be in this world? Screw that. I just kept getting cold. Screw that. So, and because we've got the family here as well, I feel like this is kind of like removed. We had that suspension with the hanged man, but I feel like you've removed yourself from that old structure and reality, and this is a new one coming in, a new vision, a new idea of who you are and what your vision of reality is going to be. And so it feels like there was a necessary suspension of beliefs, if that makes any sense. Okay. And again, the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. The Pentacles can also be all about wealth and wealth creation. So businesses, so where you were in the pecking order of a business, just say you wanted to be the boss or you wanted to be higher up and you weren't getting there. And it's so looking at it a different way, finding a new way of looking at what your value is. If your company is not seeing your value, or someone at your work is not seeing your value, and that is, I think, that's going to be reflected back. Your relationship to that is going to be reflected back. Yet again, the source was back to your relationship with your family, and in particular, probably your father. So I think that's all going to be questioned this week. It's all going to be questioned. And where it's leading to is this sense of achievement and abundance. It is saying that you could be looking back and being quite pleased with your life. You can create your own wealth. You can create your own path in this world. And if you've already done that and already stepped out of that, then there's going to be this sense of that you've achieved that. You're going to really know that you've achieved that this week, and that you actually feeling quite contented within yourself and the structures that you've created in your world. And I feel like that will actually, once you feel a bit more at peace and in the social hierarchy, the structure and the value that you think you're worth, then that's actually going to heal that relationship with your family, with your parents, with that strong masculine energy, but mostly within yourself, within that kind of, it feels like there's a conflict between how other people value you and what you see as your own value. And so with the Nine of Pentacles coming in, it's very much this sense of feeling pleased with yourself, pleased with your accomplishments, and it's saying that you can have that if you don't already have it. So I'm going to pick one last card message from your soul. I call it the soul. It can be the divine energies, the source energies, whatever you see as up above. Little final parting message for you guys. What can we get for Gemini this week? Little final parting message for you from the soul. Oh, here we go. The King of Swords. So we've ended up with this male, very masculine energy again. So whoever this powerful male energy is, and it's related to you, it's basically saying, this can sometimes be a Libra card because it's got the scales in it, but this king has very much he's got his sword, which is his thoughts. He's a very strong thinker. It's very much like independent thought. It's like weighing it all up. Not only is it looking in and seeing what you reflect, but it's actually kind of being able to step into a very rational mind and weighing things up and seeing the truth, and seeing, like, if you question anything, like some of those beliefs that you got taught as a child, or social hierarchies, or other people's value of what they try and impose on you, if you question any of that really rationally and clearly, it always comes up as false. And that's kind of what this message of this King of Swords is that you can actually see this quite clearly. You can weigh it up and have a very strong independent mind, very independent thinking about this. If this is a person in your life that is like this, or a Libra that is like this, I feel like this actually feels like a very helpful energy, because it's a masculine energy that's very balanced, that's feeling very, it's not overpowering, but it's very balanced, and it sits well. He sits well within its throne, and it's happy to be strong. It's happy to have its strong mind and strong thought. So it's very much being at peace with that masculine energy and sitting with that masculine energy. So if someone comes in with your life with this, they're there to help you balance out this energy within yourself, because so that it's not so overpowering that we see with the Emperor. And this can be manifest as someone in your life that's overpowering you as a masculine energy, but it's really your own masculine energy that's kind of pushing you down as well, because you've internalized that belief system. And this is finding the balance. It's really finding the balance with that masculine energy. So that's basically what the message from above is what these energies are around this week. So I hope that makes sense for you guys, Gemini, and I hope you have a great week. I will be uploading these at the same time each week, so please subscribe or like, or leave a comment. If not, take care and have a great week. Bye.